Yeah, I draw a lot. I draw every day, probably. Um, I attend a weekly drawing class at Figureworks Gallery in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, in Brooklyn. They have a Saturday morning drawing class, and it's very nice. We just very relaxed, just turn up and do some live drawing. And I've always drawn in one way or another, and I think it relates to painting in a very direct way. Having said that, my drawings don't usually look like my paintings, hardly at all. So not direct in that way, but you know, whenever I go to a life drawing class, I draw naked people, or I draw portraits of these people. Often I seem to be getting into drawing their portraits recently. Well, you don't see that in this work, but also what I'm doing is I'm drawing the light and the space in the room and this person in relation to that. And I think then you can see how that might relate to these paintings. So often I'm always thinking about how light reacts in certain situations and what looks convincing, and that's what I'm trying to do here, and space and depth and stuff. But I think almost more than any of those things, what I like about drawing, especially in a life drawing situation, is it's like being in a church or something. It's totally quiet and people are deeply concentrating on this thing they're trying to draw. And it's hard, you know, to try and do it well. And there's this focus that you can it's almost tangible, you know, this concentration in the air. It almost seems like kind of a performance, that kind of thing whenever you go to see a performance. And there's often also that kind of quiet expectation, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, is it going to be violent, or is the person going to attack the audience? You don't know what's going to happen. So there's this kind of thing there, which can be a little bit electric. So I like this atmosphere. I think it's helpful whenever I paint, because I think that many painters kind of feel, if you can sort of come out of yourself, sort of like I think Guston said something like, you know, whenever you start to paint, you've all these thoughts in your head of the argument you had with somebody that morning, or your car didn't start, or all these things in the real world are in your mind, you know. And then as you really get into it, if you really get into it, because it doesn't always happen, all these things are gone, you know. He said finally, maybe you leave the room too, you know, so you're really out there, you know. So I don't know how people really want to explain that kind of thing, you know, but that's what I think is the time whenever I can paint best, whenever I do get into that zone, or whatever people call it, you know. And it doesn't happen every day, and it doesn't even happen every week. It sometimes happens, but whenever I am really trying to draw, the time I can draw best is whenever it gets to that point. And sometimes it does, you know, and I find that in this kind of formal setup kind of drawing session thing, that's sort of what's happening there, I think, with people. So I think I think it kind of helps me whenever I go to paint to get to that place a bit quicker, more often, you know. So that's probably the best interest I have in drawing. But also, as I said, the other more practical thing of really just, again, research, trying to figure out how to deal with these problems of space and light and depth and the things that I'm concerned with in these paintings. And I don't think I've ever exhibited them. In fact, I did. I exhibited a few small drawings in Figureworks Gallery this summer with Randall. It was an exhibition of work produced from the drawing sessions that year. Other than that, I don't really exhibit my drawings. I don't consider them to be really great drawings or anything like that. I just do them in sketchbooks. They're not often done bigger than that. So they're just for me. It's just research and stuff. I did sell the ones I exhibited. So.
I wanted. Can you talk about that? What's with the T-shirt that you got on?
Oh, I think it's a motorbike T-shirt.
Okay. Some people probably wondered about the T-shirt.
I think it's a motorbike T-shirt that my friend Tim Haley, who's an artist, gave me, but he's also a drag racing journalist. So he covers American drag racing and travels around the country doing that and gets lots of free T-shirts from the racers. So I think Tim gave me this, and I don't even know what it is. Worldwide bearings, ceramic bearings. They're supposed to be better than metal ones. So they say.
Okay.